Education is the most powerful weapon to change the world, Nelson Mandela once said. We are going to change the life of African learners via online education. At the moment, 10 million out of 14 million learners in South Africa alone can only dream about, basically, an adequate education. The level and quality of education in Africa definitely needs improvement. The average learner-to-teacher ratio is 35:1. 80% of learners in South Africa are underperforming, and existing private schools are expensive, and also they are totally oversubscribed. Our comprehensive online solution for these pressing problems is the tutorsite.com, basically offering private online tutoring for wherever you are. And this will be happening via multiple devices. The benefits for the learners are that the new service is going to be comprehensive, time-saving, convenient, affordable, and secure. On the other hand, the tutors will have a wider client reach. They will also get marketing support, they save time, and they create additional revenue. We will target tutors from teachers, university and colleges, and also with full-time tutors. With regards to learners, we will target primary and secondary education, university students, special needs learners, and homeschoolers. Why now? Africa is ready for online education. At the moment, in South Africa alone, we have 27 million internet users and 13 million active social media users. The numbers are increasing all the time. We wanted to find out what the market's going to say about our service, so we did some surveys. And basically, we asked the question, for example, would you book a vetted online tutor for your child for a Skype tutoring session? 40% said yes, 36% said maybe. And the no's were mainly parents who were a little bit apprehensive with regards to this online service, which they don't know. The kids, by the way, are completely up for it. What does the competition do right now in the market? At the moment, there are 19 national and 2 international companies in the market. We carried out a competitor benchmark analysis based on 16 key functionalities. And basically what we found was that none of the competitors in the market offer a comprehensive service at the moment. Basically what they do is they offer like face-to-face tutoring, physical face-to-face tutoring, and they do bits and pieces online. Apart from that, they don't offer any comprehensive service. Also, they have no global reach. They don't have a global audience they can reach, and their solutions are not scalable. Our service, on the other hand, is a comprehensive online service featuring tutor profiling, booking, payments, tutor sessions, and also ratings. That's only a few of the functionalities we offer. We offer e-learning material for e-commerce, and we can reach, through our technology, we can reach basically a global audience, and we are addressing a big and growing social problem. The current status, where are we right now? Our technology is ready and tested. We have a proven track record with regards to the business model, but also with regards to the technology on a reference site, which has been live since 2015. We want to go to market in February next year, ready for the new school year in South Africa. And in our technology, we have built-in revenue streams. The revenue streams are annual subscriptions. They are paid by the tutors. We have commissions built in with regards to the tutor sessions and also with regards to the e-learning material. That will be paid by the learners. We will have advertising revenue and revenue via affiliations. Now, how are we going to approach the market? What we want to do is we will start with the market South Africa, and we will concentrate on the 4 most prosperous provinces initially next year, and we will also, these are also the provinces which have the most learners. In total, we will initially approach 8.4 million learners. That's these learners in these provinces, plus this, the special needs market. Now, how are we going to get learners and tutors on the site? We have put together a detailed marketing plan for the next year with online and offline activities. We will form business-to-business partnerships with corporates and suppliers. We have already identified the people we want to work with, and the ones we will approach. We will set up dedicated school pilots and hopefully form a win-win cooperation with a local competitor. Now, that's our milestones. As I said, our initial target market is South Africa. We will expand in other African countries from year 2. We have identified the 10 most prosperous ones and the ones with the most potential. We want to establish a network of the tutorsite.com in Africa, and once we've done that, we will cooperate in other countries as well. Now, why us? Our leadership team has been working together for 4 years. We have all international business experience and experience in the African market. We have all our different skill sets, from software to marketing to social media, PR, digital marketing. Our aim is, or our vision is ultimately to take the level of education in Africa to the next level. And we believe that based on our partners, based on our technology, based on our team and the consultants we will bring in with regards to education, that we are confident that we can achieve that. Our figures are based on South Africa only right now, just to be conservative. We haven't included in year 2 that we're going to go into other African markets as well. We want to break even in year 2, and we make with an EBIT of 250,000, that's in pounds, and then we will go on to make 1.3 million pounds in year 3. As I said, it's not including the other African countries. If that will happen, obviously the figures will probably grow a lot more. We're asking for £100,000 smart money, and we will use that money for the implementation of the platform. There are a few things we have to do on the front end, for marketing activities, additional staff, and for the startup running cost. And thank you, and sorry that I lost myself in the beginning.
Thank you so much, Gilvah. Actually, today we have a lot of students here who, you can actually participate and come, and it would be great to know if you'd like to use this site as well, right?
Yes.
For tutoring.
Yeah, sure.
So is there any student who would like to give his opinion or her opinion about it? So you're very interested students, I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you want to say something, don't you? No? Okay, so do we have any questions? For our best student, huh?
Thank you. Thank you for a great presentation, Gilvah.
Thank you.
You said that your financials do not include expansion in the other countries in Africa, although you do plan to do that. And the financials show that you would have a break-even year 2,
yes,
which is pretty fast,
yes,
and good.
Yes.
But if you do go into other countries, I would imagine that you have to invest in those markets, in marketing, etc., 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 and hence the break-even will probably not happen year 2. Or how do you see that?
No, I see. Well, as I said, we will concentrate on South Africa first. So my aim, or our aim, is to make that happen first, and the plan is to partner up with partners in these other African countries. Africa is a difficult market. It's not something where you kind of just come. You just show up and everybody welcomes you. You have to really form partnerships in these markets, and the plan is to find agreements where they obviously kind of contribute with regards to the marketing expenses and with regards to the implementation in that market, but they will also obviously have a certain, there will either be a revenue share model or there will be a profit share model or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's good that you make that remark that Africa is not Africa, it's actually 54 countries.
Exactly.
And most of them are very different from each other.
Yeah, that's true. Mm.
Okay, so now we will have a question from Gonçalo.
Thank you, Sophia. So Gilvah, my question focuses on implementation challenges. I mean, Africa is a very, as you heterogeneous environment.
Yes.
do you think you'll have any bandwidth issues? I mean, this tutor is very important for a good Skype connection. We've just seen in industrialized world how Skype can be a lousy tool.
True.
What have you learned so far in that respect?
I mean, in Africa, there are areas obviously which have a better internet connectivity than other areas. That's for sure. And we were talking to our software partners how we can overcome that we maybe have a low bandwidth kind of solution. And also the other thing is in Africa, the smartphones are really a kind of the tool. So that will be quite important that we have a solution where you can use via the smartphones. But I'm aware of that. That is definitely going to be an issue in certain areas. But on the other hand, in South Africa, for example, in 2016, only one supplier has actually implemented 18,000 kilometers of fiber cables, right? So the progress is there all the time. So there's something I think which we have to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know that Mark Zuckerberg wants to change the landscape in wireless connections, right? With balloons, theories, etc. All the projects he's got. Have you tried it? Approaching Facebook and his own projects, kind of crazy ideas for connecting Africa?
it's a good idea. I mean,
yes,
I pick it up. I'm going to do it.
Let's try and do that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, we have a question over here from a student, so let's listen to it.
Yes, first of all, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
I have two questions. I didn't really understand if what you're doing is supposed to replace school or if it's supposed to help out with students that don't get the full school program that people from other countries are allowed to get. So could you please...
No, you see, in Africa or in South Africa, if I give that example, it is the situation is that because the facilities are not there or not as they should be, a lot of people, for example, in the universities, a lot of students they can't keep up with their curriculum because there's no space. In schools, for example, they are so overcrowded that the learners they can't keep up with, or they don't learn basically. So this will be an additional service for learners to basically have additional education. Saying that, in a second step, we plan to also approach the government because there is a real gap and a real demand, because the government is not able to provide more facilities in a very short period of time. So we will approach the government to see whether we can do some cooperation there.
All right, thank you. My second question would be, is there some degree you would be working on, or because you're talking about the whole Africa? I mean, there must be some differences in between the countries.
Yeah, I mean, what we're talking here is primary and secondary education primarily, right? So that's students or learners who want to learn. Maybe they want to improve in math, or they want to learn a language, for example, right? So it's not that's some. As a tutor, say for example, if a tutor subscribes on our platform, when he or she will send us his or her profile, so we will basically then see what qualifications that person has, and they also will have to sign a code of ethics basically. So we will make sure that the person has the right qualifications. On top of that, we have a rating system, so the person who's not good enough will actually fall through straight after a certain period of time, because nobody will use him or her. Does that answer your question? Or
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Gilvah.